Alright, here we are for another track guide. This time we're at Richmond, one of the short tracks that are on the schedule, and I kind of like this place, but I never have consistency here. I'm either good or I'm terrible. Obviously a new car, so it's a little different. Not too much different, just a little different. Anyways, keys to the race card. Tires, because, well, it's always important. Keep the fronts from locking, keep the rears from spinning. You know, the typical stuff. I guess number 2 would be it's a short track, so watch out for dive bombers, wrecks, it can happen. Plus, it's, again, like the other races, it's a new car, so it's kind of a learning curve. And that brings me to number 3. Well, shit, I don't really know what to say about number 3, except still a short track. Dodge wrecks. You might get a green flag run. I'm just kind of throwing everything together. Anyways, we're going to get to pit road and we're going to talk about the lap. Alright, we're going to make our way to pit road. All the way into turn 3. All the way down to second gear. 40 miles per hour. Right at the pit entry speed limit cones, which is this line and that cone. Let's speed this up a little bit because it takes forever. Cone that shows us when, you know, pit speed limit ends, which is the green cone. So you're going to keep it under the yellow. We're going to be looking out for the blue pit exit cone, which is right there. Can't see it, it's this line, and the cone somewhere over there. So we'll get to the lap and talk about it. Alright, here we are about to take our lap. Fixed setup, fixed weather. Only change I made to the fixed set was the steering ratio to a 287, and the brake bias to 47.2. Alright, it's not the fastest lap, but it should be good enough to show you the line around here. The car is really on edge. If you overdrive it, you die, so be really careful about that. So let's check this lap out and see how it was done. There you have it for a 22.5, which is pretty slow compared to, say, the truck. So we're going to make our way into 1. Now here, there's a bunch of options to choose as your brake marker. I'm getting all the brakes right about here. Alright, this is kind of tricky because there's not a lot of things to work off here, but if you kind of look at a whole bunch of stuff, you can kind of get an idea where to brake, and this is with my seat position. Field of view, so keep that in mind. Now you have the grandstands, which are right here. Right? You also got these red squares, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe there's one being blocked by this thing. You know, all the way down. You get the point. Yeah, there's also a little thing right here, like where the grass meets the wall, which should be right on this line at the pillar there. That's another option. Another one would be straight ahead. You see a little, I believe, a caution light right there. So they kind of use all these marks. You know, this, I'm using personally the one circling right here, the square. You know, there's grandstands. So those are all your options. So personally, you know, once this brace on the windshield comes into contact with this thingy, and that's what I'm using as a brake marker, as well as that one on the inside there by the wall and the grass. So we're going to be hard on the brakes. Let me slow-mo it. I'm still following that same general line. As I'm turning in, I'm releasing the brakes. Just because it'll lock up pretty easy. You kind of want to start this arc how I'm doing it. And start turning it down. And at that point, you want to be on the throttle. You can see we're aiming for, you know, the yellow line right here. And once I get it down there, I'm getting pretty hard on the throttle, because it's a nice straighter exit. But there is a hump, you know, right here pretty much. That's the transition from banking to flat. And you got to be mindful of that because the rear tires can spin up. So we're making our way into turn 3. Now here's a little more complicated because there's even less things to work off of. So here I'm using this big ol' Xfinity logo. You know, the one where this arrow is pointing. And again, like turn 1, there's this windshield brace and this little thingy which I just covered up on accident. Again, I'm pretty much using that one in conjunction with this Xfinity logo. So that's the best I can explain it. Let me slow mode again. Again, hard on the brakes, so we're aiming quite early this time for that apex. You can see I'm trail braking again, releasing the brake as I get down to this section again, right on the yellow line. Since that was a shallower entry, it might make it a little weirder on exit, and I think that's why it plowed so much. But again, same concept. Once you feel it turn down, get on the throttle. Use all the track, just not too much of it, obviously. And there you go. Alright, that's it for this track guide. Let me know if that new method works, if it helps any better, with me being able to draw on the screen to pick out some points. If not, I thought I'll try an experiment. So anyways, Sim Racing Chewy's out.